Welcome on in to Arbitration Conversation. Jesse and I.
This has been months in the making.
This has been so long. We've been so excited for arbitration season. It's our favorite time of the year. Some people love Christmas. Some people love opening day. Jesse and I, we love arbitration season. It's what we live for. But of course, arbitration is terrible. It's an awful thing that nobody should ever have to go through. Having an agent or someone argue on your behalf of your worth while your team tries to argue down that you aren't worth nearly what they really want you to know that you actually are worth. But we decided instead of hurting someone's feelings like I did saying I wouldn't want to arbitrate with Michaela on yesterday's show, we decided to hurt an inanimate object's feelings. And we decided to go with one of my favorite things that you guys see me drinking and sometimes dressing as on this show. And that's a can of AriZona iced tea. So hello, AriZona iced tea with the big Z, by the way.
The star of the show.
It's the real star of the show. And Jesse and I today are going to take the position of arguing for and against this can of AriZona iced tea's worth. I am going to take the position that this very can of AriZona iced tea is worth 99 cents.
Right. And just to be clear, this is all like a pretty perfect analogy with the actual Major League Baseball arbitration process, right? We talked about it yesterday. Like the D-backs are going to put in their number of what they think Josh Rojas is worth. And then Josh Rojas and his agent put in their number, and then an arbiter has to come in and decide who's telling the truth. So that's what we're doing with this.
And
there
has to be facts put behind it as production numbers, maybe statistics, WAR, things like that.
We're definitely going to talk some WAR.
Oh, we're definitely taking WAR on this. But I think I'll go ahead and allow Jesse to kick things off.
I have to go first?
Do you want me to go first? I'll go first.
I think you should go first.
I'll go first because my argument is simple. This can of AriZona iced tea is beloved. Everybody knows everything about what to expect here. It's not a real healthy iced tea, right? We know that. We know what we're getting. We're getting a can full of sugar here. This one in particular is the AriZona iced tea with lemon flavor. They do have an Arnold Palmer, but let's be honest, this is basically an Arnold Palmer. It's tea, it's lemon. There's a ton of sugar in it. That's what it is. But anybody that knows their value knows that your value is as good as someone is willing to pay for it. So if you go out there advertising what your value is, then people cannot potentially value at more than you're worth. And everybody knows that this goddamn can of iced tea says right on the printed, it's a printed part of the can that it's worth 99 cents. Jesse, would you turn the can around, please? Can we get it close?
I will acknowledge that is.
Let's get it. Take a look at that. 99 cents. We all know that. We all see that. When this company makes merchandise, they include that 99 cent label as part of the merchandise. You can get a shirt or a hoodie with that on there. And now, any independent artist, anybody who has ever worked a gig knows of a very important rule, Jesse.
What rule do they know?
That rule is that when it comes to payment, you should never advertise what your rate is, right? You don't go in and you don't answer the question, what's your rate? You ask the question, what does the gig pay? The reason why is because no promoter, no company, if you go in and say, I charge $50 a show, is going to give you $60 a show. They're not going to give you $70 a show. They're not going to give you $100 a show. Jesse, they are going to give you $50 per show.
True.
And this can proudly wears on its chest, on its sleeve, the fact that its worth is 99 cents. Is it worth more? Maybe. But obviously the can doesn't think it's worth more. Whose side are you on?
Are you making my case? Because I feel like that's what's happening right now.
I'm not. My point that I'm making is that this can is literally worth 99 cents because it tells me out loud shouting that it is worth 99 cents.
You're saying the can speaks to you.
I'm saying the can is always, it speaks to a lot of us, Jesse. I mean, the colors, how vibrant it is. The fact that it claims to be from Arizona when it is in fact, Jesse, from Woodbury, New York.
New York, really? I didn't know that. Huh.
This can is it's cultural appropriation of the Arizona, of the design of our state culture. These are frauds, Jesse. These are frauds from New York claiming to be from Arizona. Thus, their can should only be worth what it says it's worth. And that, Jesse, is 99 cents. I rest my case.
You rest your case. Okay. So I feel like about half of the arguments that you brought up could really be used in my favor, frankly. If we look at this beautiful this beautiful AriZona iced tea, yes, I acknowledge it does say 99 cents on it, but how much did you pay for it today, Derek?
I paid $1.59.
Yeah,
plus
you
tax,
did pay
Jesse.
$1.59, didn't you?
$1.59.
And I also paid $1.59. And the reality, Derek, is that no matter what the can tries to communicate about its worth, the reality is you still paid $1.59 for it. And it's just fundamental economics that the way that things are priced has nothing to do with what like the company says that they are actually going to be priced. It has everything to do with supply and demand and what they can actually get people to pay for it. And once again, how much did you pay for this?
I paid $1.59.
You paid
$1.59.
$1.59.
I did.
I don't feel like I have to say much else other than the fact that maybe there was a day when AriZona iced tea was worth 99 cents. And that's exactly what, that's the most they could get for it. If they charge more, then they wouldn't be able to sell as many. It wouldn't be worth it for them. But Derek, have you done grocery shopping lately? Have you seen the prices of eggs at your local grocery store?
Don't get me started on eggs,
Are
Jesse.
you aware?
You're just trying to get me riled up now.
Are you aware of the impact of inflation on our economy and what is going on in the universe right now? This Arnold Palmer, this AriZona iced tea may have once been worth 99 cents. But unfortunately, it is now worth exactly what you paid for it, Derek, which is $1.59.
Jesse,
I rest my case.
I need to counter argue and say something about that. And that is, there is a company that uses, as you know, an image that is thus given to a can company that then they make that image and then it gets printed on the can.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
So at any point, based on fluctuating markets, this company could have removed this 99-cent label from all of their cans.
Yeah, and they probably would have put $1.59 on it because that's what it's actually worth.
It wouldn't have been any less recognizable. We wouldn't know it's not an AriZona iced tea. We wouldn't say, hey, without the 99-cent sticker, that bitch is a fraud. We wouldn't say that, Jesse. We would never say that. So thus, why does the maker of this drink, the can, the one that they made this can, tell us it's worth 99 cents? So much so that they committed it to part of their design. We have a designer in here, Sean DePaz. He's here right now. This isn't a separate label, my man.
No, it is not.
This is part of the design of the can. Am I wrong about that?
That's true.
You are right. I can't
Isn't that
confirm.
an easy thing for you as a designer? Don't you think they have that saved as a separate layer, maybe on a Photoshop file?
You would hope
they could
so.
just lift that right off of there?
Yeah, you would hope so. If they don't, that's a bigger issue. But
Right, with fluctuating markets?
yeah,
They would take it off there.
Honestly,
so
a
that
good
can could
point.
Be worth whatever.
I had never thought about the fact that they could just take the 99
And
cents off and no one would ask any questions.
No one's gonna miss it.
Yeah,
You'll just
but
say
you
that
just-
they used to have this sticker
You
on
just
there.
know
this thing
though,
on there.
like sure, but practically speaking, like they probably have printed so many of these, and they're not going to just throw them away because they still say 99 cents. They're going to use all of the ones that say 99 cents, and then maybe eventually they'll adjust the price if they have good evidence that it's actually worth more, which I suspect they might have to do pretty soon.
I will
Gabriel
say,
Ferrer says we need hard AriZona iced tea. By the way, that exists.
I will
Really?
say, I
They
have
don't
seen
have it in this market, but
Arizona's.
they do have it.
I have seen Arizona's without the 99 cents on them before, printed
Right.
differently for
Right.
different prices for
Right.
different distributors.
Don't you have an Exhibit B to present?
Well, I don't think I need to because
That's insulting. Make your goddamn case, Jesse Friedman.
well,
Can we get a two-shot on the can? All right.
I acknowledge with what you're saying that, yes, they could change that it says 99 cents and they haven't chosen to do that at this point. But the reality is that the thing is worth what people pay for it, Derek. And you paid $1.59 and a lot of people are paying $1.59.
As I told you as we were walking over here, I was like, because I don't want to go get a $6 coffee. So
And I think what Sean just said, though, about the fact that we've seen AriZona iced tea cans that don't say 99 cents.
Allegedly.
Or I believe
Allegedly.
Gabriel also mentioned in the comments earlier, he's seen gas stations cover up the 99 cents with something
that I've
else.
seen.
That just goes to show, like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe there is some hesitation about this thing actually being worth what you're saying it's worth, which it is clearly not actually
it's reseller
worth.
markup. It's secondary market markup, and I don't like it. That's what Ryan's asking. It's not from the manufacturer, Ryan. It's the store selling it, adjusting the price.
If you want an Exhibit B, I can give you another. I can give you an Exhibit B.
me.
Okay.
Would you please Exhibit B me?
Yeah, so my Exhibit B is this can, which is lousy old Diet Pepsi.
Put it next to the can.
I'll put it on
Let's get
the
two shot.
the extra shot. There we
Yeah,
go.
set up this
There we
two-shot.
go. You can see, Derek, just looking at this beautiful 2-shot that we have, you can see there is a significant size disparity between these two cans.
There is.
You'll notice that
There
this
is.
Diet Pepsi, a standard can of soda, 12 ounces, Arizona iced tea, this is a massive can. This is a 23-ounce can. There's almost twice as much Arizona iced tea in that can as there is Diet Pepsi in the standard soda can. Let's face it, in 2023, you're going to have a hard time finding even one of these Diet Pepsi cans for 99 cents. When I purchased this Diet Pepsi over at this place downstairs, I paid more than 99 cents for it, and it is about half the size of the Arizona iced tea. You are going to be hard-pressed to make the case that Arizona iced tea is worth actually less than what I just paid for that Diet Pepsi, which is significantly smaller.
All right, and now I have one last counter argument to your
go ahead,
presentation
try.
of this can.
Okay.
Do you know what the most important part about the Diet Pepsi is?
I don't know, that it's not as good as Diet Coke. At least that's what Matt would say.
No, it's that Diet Pepsi doesn't advertise its value on its fucking can, Jesse.
True.
It doesn't say that it costs 50 cents. So thus you feel shafted paying $1.10 for it as you did.
Sure, I acknowledge that the fact that the Arizona iced tea says 99 cents makes it very painful when you have to pay more for it. But you still have to pay more for it because that's what it's actually worth in today's market. So
in relating it back to our original point and what this arbitration conversation is all about.
The arbiter would clearly rule that it's worth $1.59 because that's what you just paid for it.
No, it wouldn't, because that would be claiming that that's what I paid for it based on last year's value. But if I came into the meeting with my client, Arizona iced tea, as its defender, and said, this player is worth $1 million, and he's wearing a shirt that says it, how is that player expecting to get $2.25 million, Jesse? How in the world? How in the world can he even get $1.5 million when he is wearing a shirt that he had made by YesCustoms.com that says, I am worth $1 million?
I acknowledge it would be really bad for Josh Rojas.
It would be bad optics.
To come into the
optics.
arbitration room wearing a shirt that says he's worth less than what he's asking for. But at the end of the day, Derek, we all know how the MLB arbitration process works. They don't care what t-shirt Josh Rojas is wearing when he walks in that room. All they care about is, okay, what are players in the current MLB market making who have similar statistics, who have performed in a similar capacity to what Josh Rojas gave the Diamondbacks last season? That's what they're going to base their decision off of in arbitration. In this case, that decision based on current market value is going to lead you to what you just paid for it, which is $1.59.
You stupid man.
Oh, there we go. The insults.
Yeah.
Now we really
because
know.
The one thing that you forget is that an arbiter is a human being. And that human being is supposed to gather facts and make a decision. And they are supposed to go back, let's say, to a room where they're going to put all their notes together, and they're going to start analyzing stuff. They're going to start looking at Josh Rojas' stats from 2022, maybe a graph of how he's progressed along in his career and the value that he's added to this team. I'm sure comparing him based on his WAR to other team members as well as other players in his position is something this person would calculate in. But you know what this person would sit there and not get out of their head? The fact that Josh Rojas came into that meeting wearing a shirt that says I'm worth $1 million. The arbiter would just be like, why did he do that? I can't stop thinking about, like, I have all this data, but he wore a fucking shirt.
You're really
like
saying this person with a law degree is going to waltz in there and be like, I can't get over that dang t-shirt.
I'm just saying that would be a hard fact to get over as a human being. Why would that person put their own value on their shirt and try to shortchange themselves? I don't have an answer for that, Jesse. But all I know is that means it's worth what they state it's worth. And this can is worth 99 cents. That's what it's worth.
That doesn't make any sense. We should have the people decide.
Sean,
I think that's the only way.
Sort of vote up there, maybe in the chat. Maybe we'll get going on Twitter.
There is now a poll in the chat. Who won the arbitration conversation? Derek or Jesse? Go ahead and vote.
I hope everybody voted. Do we have a tally on the vote?
Yeah, do we?
We do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who won?
Ooh, what's the verdict?
Hold on, let me find the results real quick. With
shouldn't be close. Shouldn't even be close.
6 of 11 votes.
Oh, that's
so
very
with a
close.
1 vote margin of victory, Derek Montilla.
Yeah, let's go.
My God.
Let's go.
You guys don't understand
Let's go.
basic
Can I just
economics.
say, I kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to influence anything. I 100% agree with Jesse.
No, boo.
So we're
100%
tied.
agree
So we're
with
tied
you.
then.
And I have 2 burner accounts, so if I had voted, Jesse would have won.
There we go.
Just
there
saying.
we go.
Glad you didn't.